It is time for the most powerful draft league of all. What's going on, everyone? My name is Scorpion, coach of the L.E.A.F agents, and welcome to my seasonal overview and draft analysis for Battle Hub Draft League Season 5. This time around, we are hosting an Ubers League, which means we allow powerful legendary Pokémon on all teams. And of course, we are the league's reigning champion this time, as we were the winners of Season 4, so let's see if we can defend our title. I'm super excited for this upcoming season and can't wait to show you guys my team, so let's get right into it. The 5th season of BHDL gives 135 points to all coaches to draft a team of 9 to 11 Pokémon. We also get 26 of these points to draft 1 to 2 Terra Captains, and the choices for Terra Captains are more inclusive than ever, with some high tier threats having access to the mechanic. We can freely change our Terra types from week to week depending on what we deem optimal for each matchup, but we have to disclose our Terra types to our opponents at team preview. Each coach is only allowed a limited number of Uber Pokemon in their team, and their quantity and price depends on who you choose. Inspired by the Bandless Battleless League, all Ubers are given a rarity based on their strength, and you can choose from one of the following combinations. Either a singular Platinum, a Gold and a Bronze, a Silver and a Bronze, or 2 Silvers. We will have 16 coaches in a single division, 9 weeks of regular battles during the regular season, and the same playoff seeding as last time, where higher seeds get to choose their opponent from lower seeds. My spot in the draft order was 6th overall, very close to my spot in 5th from last season. As such, there was still a good amount of strong options available by the time it was my turn, which is good because your round 1 pick in this league is arguably more important than ever before. I had my eyes on a certain Pokemon from the very start, and the fact it made it to me is absolutely incredible. So let's get into our team. For round 1, the L.E.A.F agents select one of my favorite legendaries in the game, one of the Titans in the Platinum tier, and one that is known as the beast that calls the moon, Lunala. Lunala is an absolutely incredible Pokemon. With Gargantuan base 137 special attack, solid base 97 speed that outruns most of the standard Ubers, and incredible bulk further enhanced by its ability Shadow Shield, Lunala is fundamentally excellent all around. It possesses the infinitely spammable Ghost typing for offensive pressure that lets it fire off its signature move in Moongeist Beam, which not only hits incredibly hard, but even ignores the effective abilities, making it nigh impossible to guard against. Its other stab moves like Psychic and Future Sight hit plenty hard as well, and whatever can take on Lunala's stab combination has to fear its deep coverage move pool. Lunala also has access to moves like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Heat Wave, Focus Blast, and most importantly, Moonblast, as a powerful weapon against dark types that are usually its best counters. It can spread status with Will-O-Wisp, set up dual screens for my team, has reliable recovery with Moonlight, and can even provide slow momentum as one of the few Pokemon in the game to still have access to Teleport. I'm very excited that Lunala is the ace of our team this season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it in action. However, because Lunala is a Platinum tier Pokemon, our team is not eligible to draft a second Uber. Thus, it is time to start looking for partners to support our Lunala as best as we can. For the second round, I wanted a strong fighting Pokemon that could take on the dark types that are Lunala's most common enemy. And because it was still available, we are bringing back the first ever Pokemon I drafted in the BHDL, the OU Titan Great Tusk. Great Tusk gives me a fantastical physical wall breaker that supports Lunala beautifully. It can sponge hits well thanks to its sky high defense, can set up Stealth Rock for my team, and even removes entry hazard with Rapid Spin, particularly useful to upkeep Lunala's Shadow Shield. Its amazing attack stat can also be used to break past special walls, possessing high base power stab moves with Headlong Rush and Close Combat, and Great Tusk even has a deep coverage move pool. With moves like Ice Spinner, Temper Flare, Zen Headbutt and Supercell Slam, the ability to go for a win with Bulk Up or remove items with Knockoff, it was a no-brainer to include in our team, and I'm very glad to have it once again. Next, I wanted to secure some speed and something that could set up spikes, so my next pick was Meowscarada. Meowscarada is very fast with its base 123 speed and puts pressure on its opponents with powerful flower tricks and knockoffs. It can lay down spikes and toxic spikes for my team, be a great revenge killer with Protean boosted coverage moves like Play Rough and Triple Axle, and even packs a powerful Sucker Punch for priority. Meowscarada was my starter of choice in the Paldea region, so I'm really looking forward to using it and think it fits my team beautifully. Now I am personally more comfortable with one really strong Terra Captain and a slightly weaker one for later. So I went with a Pokemon that I've always wanted to try a draft and one that I think benefits really well from Terra. Iron Moth. Iron Moth adds another fantastic speedster to my team and is very threatening offensively with a sky-high special attack stat of 140 and a complementary stab combination of fire and poison. Moves like Fire Blast and Sludge Wave are powerful in their own right. Fiery Dance can boost my special attack even further, and moves like Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam and Discharge are fantastic for coverage. It also has U-turn to keep up momentum, can lay down Toxic Spikes as well as absorb them, it can even recover off damage with Morning Sun. Add on to the fact we now have access to Terra Blast to reduce the already limited pool of Pokemon that can check Iron Moth, and we have ourselves an amazing Terra Captain that I think will put in some serious work this season. Now in my next slot I was looking for a utility and a secondary Stealth Rock user, so Great Tusk isn't always forced to run the move. A bulky Water also seemed like a valuable addition at this point, so when I saw it was still available, Empoleon seemed like a no-brainer for my next pick. Empoleon has solid, well-rounded stats across the board that let it be both offensive and defensive, depending on what the team needs. Its unique Water Steel typing in combination with solid bulk makes it an amazing pivot thanks to Flip Turn. It can set Stealth Rock for my team, knock off items and stay healthy with Roost, the latest addition to its moveset in Generation 9. It even adds a bit of extra priority with Aqua Jet and can beat other Pokemon that wall it with coverage options like Ice Beam and Grass Knot. I really like Empoleon and think it fits our team really well. With such a dragon-invested metagame, we desperately needed a fairy type at this point. Most fairies that were still available though were either really expensive or didn't fit the bill for what I wanted. Except for one. My next pick was the adorable evolution, Sylveon. Sylveon adds another great special wall to my team. Its pixelated boosted hyper voices hit incredibly hard, while its mono fairy typing and stellar special defense let it take hits with ease. It can grab momentum for my team with Baton Pass, use Wish to reliably heal itself and my teammates, and even set up dual screens. I really like what Sylveon adds to my team and think it's a great value for only 11 points. We're at the later point in the draft now and we've got a decent amount of points left over. At this point, my team has no Dragon type yet, no immunity to Ground to switch into opposing Earthquakes, and our priority options outside of Meowscarada are kind of weak as well. So I took a big shot with the points I had left to grab something that ticks all three boxes. Dragonite. Dragonite is another scary breaker and setup sweeper that also grants my team a safety net against opposing setup sweepers, thanks to multi-skill and access to extreme speed. It is very good at grabbing a Dragonlance or two, and once it does, it is usually poised to win games on the spot. It can surprise physical walls expecting a special set rather well, with usable special attack and strong stab moves like Draco Meteor and Hurricane, and even disrupt opponents with Encore. Dragonite being available until this late was a big blessing for my team, and I can't wait to use it. Our point count is starting to get low, but I did want another ground immunity to be a little bit more on the safe side. Because Lunala is an amazing spin blocker and appreciates the speed control from Sticky Web, I decided to get Vikavolt next. Vikavolt is yet another powerful breaker that can try to overwhelm opponents before Pokemon like Lunala and Iron Moth come in to finish the job. Its surprisingly solid stab combination in Bug and Electric can fire off powerful Bug Buzzes and be another slow pivot with a strong Volt Switch. It can hit the ground types who block Volt Switch hard with Energy Ball and can even spread paralysis with Thunder Wave. While I would have loved to make Vikavolt my secondary Terra Captain, it unfortunately was just out of the budget. However, I'm sure it will still do exactly what we need it to do, and I'm glad we were able to pick it up, since other coaches were also eyeing this Pokemon at this point. At this stage, my team felt rather complete, and I was quite happy with it. I still wanted to have a good secondary Terra Captain though. There weren't many great options left, but I did spot one Pokemon that just fit the bill and makes my team even harder to prep for. Minior. Minior is your textbook Shell Smash sweeper. Thanks to its ability Shields Down, it can reliably take hits before it has gained a boost, and when it dips low enough, it transforms into a solid sweeper that can muscle past the team with its strong stab moves. Rock Flying is a surprisingly hard type combination to guard against, and with Terra in the mix, we can brute force our way past any checks the opponent might have or resist an incoming priority move. Minio also gives me a third Stealth Rock setter and is a great suicide lead for fast-paced games. It can even become a ghost type itself to block Rapid Spin. I think Minio will just be a very fun Pokemon to pilot if nothing else, and it can put some serious pressure on opponents who must be ready for when it sets up. Because I only have 1 point left over at this point, I decided to go with Munchlax to end off my draft. I wanted something that wouldn't be dead weight in the final slot, and Munchlax, for something that only costs 1 point, has some things going for it. Pure normal typing lets it be a good check to opposing ghost types, and it can take neutral hits well thanks to its decent special bulk and a Violite. And it can even whittle opponents down thanks to its usable attack stat. While Munchlax will not show up to many games, if any at all, it is a great way to end off an already successful draft. So that's my team for Season 5 of the Pokemon Battle Hub Draft League. Because the amount of times I got sniped this season were very minimal, I was able to comfortably put a team together that I'm very comfortable in piloting. So I'm really excited to see what it can do, and I really like it. If you want to see what the other teams look like, be sure to check out the Battle Hub Draft League YouTube channel, as a power rankings video will go up there very soon that looks at every team and compares their potential side by side. For now, let me know what you guys think of the team in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss the weekly battles, which will be going up every week for the coming 9 weeks, and potentially more if we make the playoffs. For now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week for game day. Peace!